Hello Internet, my name is Aqua and you're watching the Aqua vlog. I actually totally forgot this was vlog day until about like 10 minutes ago, so this will be going up a little bit late, but it's okay, probably. So this last week has been pretty relaxed and stressful at the same time because I don't have a job, so I don't have a job to go to, but I don't have a job, so I have to look for a job. And I don't like doing that. I actually did get some work the other day, which was bit of an interesting way that happened. Basically, I woke up at like 3 p.m. that is, and my cousin, who runs a lot of like audio stuff around town, well, there's this one specific place that he like does all the hiring and like scheduling for people to do audio for, and there's this show that just kind of got like dumped on him, and he's like, well, I need people, so you can go. You as in me, I can go. So it was already set up. I think he went there earlier that day, got it all set up, did sound check and all that good stuff, and I just had to show up basically and just like mix. And it's great for me because it's like I get to do the easy part. Well, easy is a relative term in this case, but it was still like I didn't have to do hardly anything. Well, that's not true either. Let me try to explain this. So basically, the show was a bunch of like middle of the high schoolers, I think. From what I could tell, that's what they were. And they were all just like kind of in a rotating cast of like band members that were all like playing keyboard, guitar. For some reason, there were 3 guitar things up there. Bass, drums, all that stuff, and 3 vocal mics. I don't know why I'm being so specific, but basically just a bunch of people who were like coming in and just like playing stuff. They play a couple songs. They're playing, they're saying one-hit wonders from like olden times, not like 1800s or like before that, like 1980, I think it was like 1970 to 1990s, I want to say. I think that's what I figured out. I'm not really sure when some of these songs came out exactly, so I'm not 100% sure. But it was pretty cool, actually. So the thing that made it challenging, though, was that since they were all, like, middle of high schoolers, they didn't necessarily have a lot of practice with live performance or, like, even just using microphones and such, apparently. So there's a lot of times that they'd be singing and they'd get, like, right up on the mic or, like, you know, singing like you normally do, and then they'd be, like, way over here, like, hey, I'm gonna talk over here now, blah, blah, blah. And it just doesn't work. So I'm sitting here like, okay, nobody can hear you right now. I'm going to turn you up, but then that causes feedback to happen, so I can't turn you up that much. So it's just like, well, either you get close to the microphone or nobody's going to hear you because otherwise I'm going to ruin everything. And there are other things like just a lot of inconsistency with like how hard they're hitting things on the drums, how like hard they're hitting keys on the keyboard. I think it was a pressure sensitive keyboard because some people were like, great, they're like, it was like everything's perfect, it was even, and it was awesome sounding. And some people would get up there and just like, I think they were just barely hitting the key or something, because I was like, I'm hearing the sound, I'm trying to boost the volume of it so much, but there was like 2 keyboards set up, so, and they were running through the same thing apparently somehow. I'm not really sure how that worked. I didn't look at the setup beforehand too much, probably should have more than I did, honestly, because it's important to know which microphone is to which guitar. I had that figured out by the last song, and not before that. Basically, it was just really weird because there was all sorts of combinations of like people just like playing differently, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to like adjust all these things like right now, otherwise it's just gonna sound like garbage. And the last 2 songs sounded awesome. I finally got everything set up the way it needed to. Everyone was playing like their best role of the instruments that they could play and stuff like that. So it was great. And it sounded awesome. It sounded like a legit thing, and it was really cool. Not that the rest of it didn't sound good. Like it all sounded pretty good throughout. Just those last 2 songs were just like, yes, this is awesome. It was still challenging though. And thankfully it was only about 2 hours instead of longer than that. So it was a really easy gig to do, and I got paid for it, which was always nice. And I had fun with it, so it was really, really cool. Nobody thanked me afterwards, though. I thought that was kind of strange. Every other show that I've done audio for, like, somebody thanks me. It's like, hey, thanks for mixing the show, whatever. And it's like, nobody even talked to me. Although I was taking down all the equipment, like, all of the kids who performed and like the adults who like put the thing together were up there like helping take stuff down while I was like getting all the cables out and pulling all the mics from everything and stuff like that. Nobody said anything to me at all unless I said something to them first. And I was just like, okay, well, sure, I guess. I wasn't really too worried about it. Honestly, I was just like, this is kind of odd. Like, I just mixed the show for you and made your bands sound good. Relatively, I hope. And nothing. I don't know. It was just strange. The event itself was actually, I think it was a fundraiser for something. I don't really know what it was. They called it the School of Rock, which I really appreciate the little reference there, but I didn't really figure out what it was for. I think they said something about being a fundraiser at some point. So if it is, hey, good on you guys. Awesome. I don't know though. I also tried something different with the way I was recording and editing videos this week. Not actually in the process, I guess. Well, I mean, it was the very beginning of the process that I changed, which was that I just like recorded, I think I recorded like 6 videos or 7 videos in one day. It was actually a week ago, last Sunday, that I did that. And I ended up just like getting a week and a little bit extra recorded. So I still have 2 videos in the bank without having recorded anything else last week, the entirety of last week. Which was really nice, where I just had to just like go through and edit it, and I had plenty of time to edit everything, so like the videos came out all really good, I feel like, and it was enjoyable, so I'm gonna keep doing that, hopefully. I'm not really sure how it's going to work once I get a job again. That might actually end up being better, especially if I do like a 40-hour weekday, or work week? There we go, that's the one. And then I would have the weekends off because I could just record all my stuff Sunday and then get it edited throughout and still be ahead like I am now. Except for today, because vlogs come out on the same day as I record them, because otherwise it doesn't really work out so well. Because then it's like, well, you just missed a day. If I had tried to do it yesterday, I would have totally missed the whole like work thing that happened that I talked about in the beginning of the vlog. So that's kind of why I like record it, edit it, and upload it all in one day, because it just kind of has to be that way. I also did some live streaming yesterday, but it didn't exactly go that well, because I started playing Half-Life 1, and it was going fine, and then I made it so that I couldn't progress in the game, because it's an old game, and it's hard, and I suck at games. Fun fact, I actually suck at games. Like, I'm not good. I will say, I'm decent at Halo, and I'm decent at Super Mario 64 speedruns, I guess. Other than that, all bets are off. I just don't even know. I want to say I'm pretty good at Rocket League, but I don't know how true that is because of a thing that I'll talk about in a second. So I was playing Half-Life, and I got stuck, and I got pissed off, and I just like rage quit the stream, which I've done too many times in my streaming career, I would say, because I was planning on having it be like a 3-hour stream, and it was less than an hour, so that was a little odd, but I'm fine with it because I still got an hour-long video out of it. Hopefully it's entertaining. I think most of it is, until the part where I get ragey, and then maybe you like that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do going forward with that series, or with that game rather, I guess. Series works too. But since I'm stuck, I don't really know if I can get myself unstuck. I'm going to try. I'm definitely going to try. But if I can't, and I have to like restart, I guess I could always like no clip or something until I find health, or like go back or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out, and I'll probably be streaming it next week. Even though when I first quit the stream, I was like, I'm not playing this anymore. This sucks. But I'm going to, because I want to see the rest of the game, even though I already have. I want to play through the rest of the game. I want to experience it. And I want you to see the experience with me. I don't know what my voice turned into. It's weird. But after that, I took a nap, because I was like, I'm pissed off, I'm tired, I'm just going to go to bed. So I did that, and I took like a 3-hour nap. I think it was 4 hours, actually. I woke up at 2 a.m., and I was like, alright, you know what, I'm going to try the stream again, because I want to stream, and I'm going to play Rocket League, and I'm going to play Ranked, and don't do that, Aqua. Don't. I'm talking to, like, editing me, just for, like, reminding myself again, because every time I do that, I just get really, really super pissed off. And it just doesn't go well. So I'm not even going to put that video up because it was just me yelling at my teammates the entire time, literally. To be fair, I got really screwed over in the selection of teammates I was given because ranked just doesn't do matchmaking, I guess. I got paired with like a semi-pro who probably had a rank of like 200 when I was in the 500s. And that skill difference is quite a bit. And then there was like 2 or 3 matches that I had with teammates with really high pings. One of them was a 2v2, so it was like 1v2. And anytime your teammate has a really high ping, like 200 or something like that, they basically can't do anything. Like they can try, but it's so hard to play with a ping that high. Like when I first started playing Rocket League, I could only get a 200 to 300 ping. That's the only way I could play. It wasn't a fun experience really. I mostly played offline because online play was basically just impossible for me. So you're basically, if you get a teammate with a high ping, you're just screwed. And that happened to me a few times, and I streamed for about 40 minutes while I was planning on streaming for 2 hours at least, and I was like, nope, I'm done, this sucks, and I'm just getting screwed over. Which I totally was. Like, it wasn't even the fault of my teammates, it was just bad matchmaking and bad pings. So that's great. I actually ended up playing some more ranked after that, just to be like, I am good at this game, right? It's not just me being terrible, and I won like most of them. It was like probably like a 60-40 kind of thing, but it was like, okay, yeah, when you get a teammate that is actually at your skill level, I can actually do well. I'm glad it wasn't just me and I was actually like properly blaming the correct things, which I guess I was more blaming my teammates at the time, but it was really just, like I said, the matchmaking and the pings thing. Not working in anyone's favor at all. I actually hit a really cool milestone, I think like yesterday or last night or this morning or something like that. One of those. Yeah. One of my videos hit over 1,000 views, which is kind of crazy. It was the Sans montage fight video, and for some reason that video is really popular and it keeps getting a lot of views, which is great. Like, that's awesome. I'm glad people are enjoying it, and I'm glad people are finding it, and they're enjoying it enough to like leave likes and commenting and stuff. So it's really cool to see that, and I'm kind of surprised because it's like I put out the video and it's been getting like 50 to 100 views every day somehow, which is kind of blowing my mind because I'm used to like, I'll get 100 views if I put something on Reddit, and that'll just be it. That's kind of how it usually goes. But this has just been like, I did put it on the subreddit, but it got like 4 points and didn't get anywhere close to any pages where people would usually see it. It did get like 100 views the first like 2 days, and then since then it's just been like, it's just taken off, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Another milestone that I hit actually, or I guess we hit, was 5,000 views on the channel total. And that's kind of mind-blowing also because, you know, 5,000 views? What? I think this actually beats the record for the most amount of views I've had on any of my channels, which actually was held by my very first channel ever that it was like in, oh god, I don't even know what year it was. I want to say it was like 2008 that I was posting videos to that, and I was like 12 or something, and I was actually posting Let's Plays. Go figure. It was really weird. It was without commentary, and it was actually an interesting story about that. One of my friends, while I was doing it, because I recorded these things with a few of my friends, and one of them was like, hey, we should do commentary over this, and I was like, no, that's stupid, nobody would like that. Little did I know, that's exactly what people want, apparently, because that's what I do, that's what a bunch of people do, and that's what I enjoy watching even. So it's really interesting to see that it's like, that's kind of been a constant throughout my life, where it's like, just like recording videos of video games and uploading them, just doing that. But that very first channel, when I was like 12, got, I think, like 5,300 views on the channel. I'll have to check again. I might even check again real quick just so I can get some numbers. But and the highest viewed video that I've ever have is also on that channel, weirdly enough, with 2,600 views. It was a much simpler time in YouTube. You could post pretty much anything and get like 100, 200 views. Like, literally, I did nothing to spread anything about my channel. Like, I didn't try to like show off anything like that. I was just putting up videos of, it was actually one of the Naruto fighting games that I was playing, and I called the series Naruto Ownage. So, Yeah, that's where I was in my life. Spelled with a P, mind you, the correct way. And it's just weird. See, I just looked at my channel right now, and it's 5,300 views total, and the one video has 2,300. So I'm still a ways away from that, weirdly enough. And I'd also like to mention that everything I recorded for the gameplay was via webcam. Every single one of my videos on here was webcam recorded. I even had my first game in Halo Reach beta, which is interesting. That was freaking in 2010. And yeah, 2007. My first video in here was in 2007. And most of my videos in here were 2007. So that's like a year after YouTube launched. No, wait, that's 3 years after YouTube launched. YouTube launched in like 2004, I think it was. So this was a very strange thing that happened early on in my life, and I guess it affected me to make me want to do Let's Plays now. I don't really know. I'm just looking at stuff now. It's really interesting to go back and see all this old stuff, and I'm not going to give out the link to this because I don't want people to see how awful everything is. It's not really that it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's really interesting going back and looking at all my old channels compared to what I have now, because even my last channel that I had, which was Aqua that I renamed to Aqua Old because it's really crazy. Like, I have more subscribers than that has now, but I haven't beat my own record of number of subscribers yet. That's not really a thing that I necessarily care about. It's just kind of an interesting little thing. It's like, hey, yeah. I'm really just rambling on about things that nobody cares about at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it for this week, because I got nothing else to talk about other than reminiscing about my old channels, apparently. As always, thank you to everyone who's been supporting me for however long they have been. It's awesome to see the channel been growing and seeing more people come to the channel and enjoying enough to subscribe. Hello, all you new subscribers. My name is Aqua. I already said that in the beginning. And I will be your guide on this craziness that is whatever I decide to do. I did want to say real quick that I am still working on the Undertale Secrets video, the, basically Gaster video, and I'm writing a script for it. I got, halfway through it, and so I'm hoping to maybe get some editing, maybe, get it, halfway done, the entire video halfway done, this week, and have it come out next week. I was originally planning for it to come out this coming week, I guess, rather, but I don't really know that that's going to happen. I am going to try again to, get everything recorded, all the week's videos recorded, probably tomorrow, and so I'll have the rest of the week to just, edit and work on the scripts and stuff like that. The thing is, I have to do other things, look for jobs and stuff still, so and that kind of takes priority at this point, really, so I don't really know what's going to happen with the timeline of, when that's going to come out, but it is going to come out, and I'm excited for it. I don't know how good it's going to be, but hopefully good enough for people to enjoy it, and that's all I really care about. And be informative! But that'll be it for this week, and I will see you next week. Bye! I got nothing.